All right, guys, in this video, we are going to go through how to stay consistent when swiping on dating apps. Sometimes swiping can get a bit cumbersome, can get a bit boring, and sometimes you might just get burned out, and that is fine. To prevent that, what we want to do is dedicate a time block every day we're going to do your swiping. I generally recommend 10 to 15 minutes or so. Now, the best way to go about this is actually creating a routine. So try to set a time apart in your day where you can swipe consistently. Just like anything else, like your morning coffee, your gym routine, shower, whatever work commute or commitments you might have, be sure to set a routine, and then that way you're more likely to adhere to it. Now, what I typically do when it comes to swiping actually is I always say Tinder is for the toilet and taxi. So now when I'm taking my morning bathroom break, then often I'll have Tinder as my little toilet companion. And this is a good time to go through and get up on your swipes for the day. I also like to go through, open any new matches I may need to, or move leads along to get them off of the app. The first thing on dating apps, you need to understand that it is a lead sourcing channel. So go through there, get your matches, and then again, get them off the app as fast as possible. The next step is to logically set the date. Prioritize quality over quantity. Now, what a lot of guys do is they'll get on the dating app, they'll right swipe on every single girl, but you don't want to do this actually because that will lower your ELO score, which will not be favored by the algorithm, and you'll be seen less and less by the girls you ultimately want to end up meeting up with. Now, depending upon your match volume, you may want to adjust your attraction threshold. However, I find that it's usually best to swipe right on the girls that obviously you're most attracted to. But again, if lead flow is kind of an issue for you, you may decide to go down a bit just to get your practice and to reset the algorithm. The algorithm wants to see that not only are you swiping right, but girls are actually matching with you. So definitely keep that in mind. Take breaks when needed. Sometimes, guys, when you're dating, especially if you're doing a lot of volume, you might just get burned out. That happens to me from time to time. It's actually happened recently to where, hey, I'm going to take a week or two and just not do any dating apps or dating in general. Now, of course, there are girls that I see consistently, so I'm still seeing them. But sometimes, like, you know what? I don't want to do the first date, the hey, what's your name? What do you do for a living? Where are you from? Tell me about your life, any of that kind of sort of stuff. I just want to hang out with girls that I already kind of have a relationship with. Or even more so, a lot of times, at least a few times a year, I just don't want to see anyone. Sometimes I'll just book a solo trip by myself and disappear into a new corner of the world I've never been to. And I could really care less about dating. And this is like anything in life. Sometimes you get burnt out of the gym, of your family commitments, of your professional commitments, and so on. So sometimes you do just need a breather. If you do find that you're getting overwhelmed with all of your options, or maybe even frustrated by your lack of options, sometimes just stepping away, taking a break, and having a bit of a me moment will help you refresh the desire to get out there and date. Stay positive and patient. Most guys don't come right out the gate hot on the dating apps. In fact, it's like anything. You need to put some training wheels on first, and then eventually you'll get the hang of it. But especially with dating, it is a digital online marketing funnel. So it'll require multiple reiterations before you finally get it down. While going through this process, just be sure to remain optimistic, have a positive mindset, and trust that the process works. Now, if you don't have a process, well, that's where I can help you. So be sure to click on the link below, and then we'll get you started. Take advantage of the features of the app to stay engaged. So I'll do another video on this shortly, but between the paid and premium versions, as you pay more on the dating apps, you unlock more and more features that can actually keep you engaged. And what keeps you engaged? By getting more results. So definitely be sure to take advantage of the features so the app gives you the best it has to offer. Mix up your swiping environment. I'm normally a Tinder on the toilet and taxi, but sometimes maybe I'll just be sitting here at the house, have 15 minutes before my next call, open Tinder, and then swipe away. Or maybe you're going for a walk, although usually for me, walks are peaceful times, so I don't like to be distracted by my phone. But wherever you may be, I remember years ago, Tony Robbins called what's net time. It's no extra time. So that's why I say Tinder in the toilet and taxi. But if I'm waiting for a flight at the airport, there's usually not much else going on, then maybe I'll Tinder too, especially before I travel because I want to set up leads for the new destination I'm going to. Sometimes, guys, like everything in life, you just need a change of scenery. So if that applies to your online dating life, go ahead and give it a try. Reflect on your experience with regularity. So as you're trying new things, new openers, new photos, new profile descriptions, new features and functionality, be sure to set aside time to regularly review what's working and what's not. Remember, this is a reiterative process, so you don't want to keep doing the same things blindly if they're not giving you the results you want. Or I do this too. I am getting the results I want. I have been for a long time, but I'm pretty curious. So there are things that I may want to try out or new variables I want to throw into the equations so I can report back to you. Stay updated with the current app trends. Like anything in the tech world, things are changing constantly. So you want to be abreast of the latest and greatest upgrades to the dating app experience. You can easily do this by following online communities, watching videos like this one, subscribing to channels like this one, or take a step further. Click that link below, book me for a one-on-one for your introductory call, and we'll start putting together a game plan that'll actually get you results. Stay true to yourself. Don't feel pressured to swipe a certain way or match with girls that maybe might not align with your values or what you're looking for. That's absolutely fine. And sometimes you may just find yourself in a slump, even if you normally do get generous results on the dating apps. Again, that's fine. You can take a step back, maybe take a refresher, take a look and see what's working and what's not working, and then get back to it. But when it comes to swiping and even dating in general, you want to make sure that you stay true to yourself and that you are actually going after what you're looking for. Now, if you have extremely high standards, this may require a bit more patience. Or if you live in a heavily populated dating market like I do, where there's people constantly coming in and out of town, you literally almost never run out of matches. But sometimes that may not be the lifestyle you want. I know that I'm pretty introverted by nature. I do love to go out, guys. When you do go out with me, you'll see that I can put on the charm, but a lot of times I like to just chill at home. So if there are periods where every girl I match with wants to go out, wants to be wined and dined, and that's just not what I'm feeling, then I'll just let her know. And you can easily reschedule. There's no problem in doing so. But at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're ultimately doing this for you. Now, in dating, you do want to make sure that you give the gift of your best self to the girl you're dating. But if you're just not feeling it, that's fine. Like everything in life, you'll have hot streaks and slumps, you'll have peaks and valleys, and you'll have times where maybe your mind's just somewhere else. But at the end of the day, the name of the game for success in online dating is consistency, patience, and an open mind to constantly reinvent yourself, your profile, and reiterate the process to really get what you want. Then we'll get to tackle really fun topics like what to do when you have so many dates you can't possibly manage them. So that'll do it for this video, guys. If I left any out, feel free to share down in the comments, like, subscribe, share, ring the little notification bell, and then reach out to me if you need anything at all, or click on that link below to take your online dating life to the next level.